Here's why I've changed my mind on universal health care. And I used to be a very large advocate for it, that I believe healthcare is an actual right. I believe that we are owed the best possibility to be as healthy as humanly possible. And we should not let people suffer. We should not, if somebody develops cancer, we should not let them suffer. We should help take care of them. I do, however, truly believe that in order for this to possibly ever work, everybody needs to participate in their own healthcare by trying to avoid getting sick as much as humanly possible through lifestyle and living situation changes. I believe that everybody needs to participate in this. Right now, we've reached an unsustainable level of shared healthcare burden in the United States. We have about $4.1 to $4.4 trillion a year spent in shared healthcare expenditure in the United States. And 90% of that is from chronic illness and disease. 80% of that chronic illness and disease is estimated to be lifestyle avoidable, meaning it is lifestyle-driven chronic illness that is accounting for 80% of the 90% of the $4.1 to $4.4 trillion. If you do the math on that, that works out to about $2.7 trillion a year spent in America in healthcare burden for avoidable lifestyle-driven chronic illness. And that is why I can no longer be an advocate for universal health care, because people are simply not participating in their own health care. They are not participating in the avoidance of getting into chronic illness and disease. This is not the person that is in an acute car accident. This is not a person that is in an acute, that has an acute illness or even a communicable disease. These are people that develop diabetes, which is 90% avoidable by lifestyle mitigation and change. Cardiovascular disease is 80% avoidable by lifestyle mitigation. All cases of cancer are 70% attributed to lifestyle-driven factors, and 70% of all cases of stroke are the same. If people are not going to try to take care of themselves, it is not acceptable nor possible for us to spread that burden around enough, especially when we are in a country that has so seriously many sickly people due to lifestyle-driven illness. It is not feasible. We have so many people. If we took statistics now, the last statistics for obesity were 42.5%, and those were 2018 numbers. It has to be close to 60% obesity in America. And the problem is people don't see it because what we know as obese, it now looks normal. But the average person in America, the average male, is 199.9 pounds at 5 feet 9 inches tall. That's fat as fuck. They have a 40-inch waist. They are indeed fat. The average female is 5'3" and about 170 pounds with a 38-inch waist. That is obese. That is obese on a visceral level, on a waist to height ratio level, which is even more predictive than BMI. So it can't even be, we don't even need to use the BMI. We can go off waist to height ratio, which has been statistically shown to be massively more predictive of chronic illness and disease than BMI. America is over 50% sick. We're over 50% obese by those numbers. And those numbers that I just listed off are from 2018 also. I would garner to think that it is over 60% that way too. Like, we cannot possibly have universal health care when people are not participating in it. Like, we need to participate in healthcare, all of us. It should be a no-brainer at this point, as 2.5 years ago, we were literally told that we needed to close down the world, especially America, because we needed to protect our healthcare system from being overrun because of the amount of elderly people, which is not that much, and sickly people, which is a fuck ton. We literally closed the world down to protect elderly people, average age 78 or more, which is over the age of life expectancy, by the way, and people that had, and other younger people that had 4 or more very serious comorbidities, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, cancers, and stroke. Like, we were told we needed to close the country down for fat people, for people that treat their bodies like shit, lifestyle-driven chronic illnesses, people that eat too much, smoke too much, and drink too much. We closed the world down to protect them. This should not be even a question anymore, because I understand we don't want to hurt anybody's fifis, because everybody needs a safe space and everybody is awesome just the way they are, except If you are gluttoning yourself, drinking yourself, or smoking yourself into illness, you are burdening all of us, and you are causing it so that the fear of overloading our healthcare system from a fucking cold is in fact enough for everybody to sit down like lemmings and lose our freedom, as well as add to massive shared healthcare burden and cost. The burden on the healthcare system alone, if we were worried about overloading our healthcare system, well over 50% of the burden, resource-wise, in our healthcare system is from chronic illness, is from lifestyle-driven chronic illness. Well over 50%. It takes more people to move a fat person. It takes more machinery to take care of a fat person. It is what is clogging our healthcare system, is people treating their bodies like shit. I can no longer be an advocate for universal health care because people don't give enough of a shit about themselves. They just want treated when they fuck themselves up instead of trying to do what's good for society, themselves, their family, and even the planet, as you have a much larger carbon footprint when you are fat as fuck from the overconsumption than that of a lean person. I can no longer be an advocate for universal health care when I at one point in time was. I know this is hard for a lot of people that dislike me to believe, but I have been an independent voter my entire adult life and voted Democrat for many, 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 many years, until they lost their motherfucking minds. Because that's what this is. We can no longer actually sustain the everybody is perfect just the way they are motif when in fact people are gluttoning themselves, drinking themselves, and smoking themselves into societal burden that we all share that is at this stage already unfucking sustainable. It is unfucking sustainable. So that is why I am no longer an advocate for universal health care. Not until we all get on the same page about us trying to avoid using the healthcare system by treating ourselves well, getting to a healthy weight, looking out for the environment by not over-consuming massive amounts of food quantity-wise that causes extra packaging, extra production, and avoiding like 1.6 million deaths a year that are attributed to lifestyle-driven chronic illness. I can no longer do it. Not after 2020, not after it was literally used by Dr. Fauci as an excuse to close down the country, because he even said if we just let everybody get it with the amount of obesity we have, it would be bad. Personally, I don't believe that that's ever a reason to take freedom away from anybody. It should be everybody's choice. I really don't. I disagreed with it the entire time, and that's well documented on the social medias that I'm still allowed to have. But I can say this. They said it. You either believe them or you don't. It is a massive burden on society. It is a massive windfall for the healthcare and pharmaceutical industry, because I am telling you this right now. The young people that are in nursing homes, I'm talking young, like 60 years old, 65 years old, that should not need anybody to take care of them, should still be in the workforce, but need help people wiping their ass, getting them up out of bed and helping feed them, are all fat. Almost every single one of them are all fucking fat. And they don't live to the point when most other people who are lean then need skilled nursing or assisted living when they get to the point where they're 80 years old and they need somebody to do their laundry for them because they're a little too old and too decrepit. The youngest people that are in rehabilitation centers, physical rehabilitation centers, that are in skilled nursings, assisted livings, even independent livings for help with their daily function are indeed people that are sickly due to lifestyle-driven chronic illness. It is statistical fact. So again, I will not support universal health care. As far as I'm concerned, everybody should pay for their own health care out of their own pocket for a little while. Fuck the insurance companies because they just spread that cost around, and fuck the hospital system for overcharging and having 75% of their actual costs go to administrative purposes. That is why in no way, shape, or form until America gets its shit together, why I support any type of universal health care. God damn. My name is Alan Roberts. I'm a best-selling weight loss author and weight loss coach. I've joined forces with the Ambrosia Collective to produce No Morbidity. It is the first of its kind, non-stimulant, non-thermogenic-based appetite suppressant made up of 4 patented ingredients at their clinically tested doses. We have put this together to help people gain control of their lifestyles, to gain people control of their habits in order so they can get to a healthy weight and remain there. We have a world to save. Go to ambrosiacollective.com or tigerfitness.com and get you No Morbidity right now. At a price point of $39.99, This will pay for itself in food you save, as well as save your future health.